Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. I hope you're all doing great today. So right now, this morning, I'm honestly start with a little bit of chaos. I woke up and immediately looked at the clock. The moment I saw the time, I knew I had to move fast. I rushed to get ready, pack my bag, check my schedule, and make sure I did not forget anything important. Well, at least that's what I thought. You'll find out later with that's fun. While I was on my way to school, I kept taking the time because I really thought I was going to be late. You know that feeling when you're working or ready to school and every minute feels like 10 seconds? Yeah, that was me this morning. I was already imagining myself arriving late and having to explain everything. Thankfully, none of that happened because I made it to school just in time. Not early enough to relax, but not late either. So I'll take that as a win. After arriving at school, I went straight to my classroom and got ready for the first lessons of the day. But then we got some good news. Our teacher was not coming because we had already finished all the exams for that subject. That means our first period became a free period. Honestly, everybody looked happy. Some students start chatting with their friends. Some reviewed notes for tomorrow's exam, and others were just resting. The classroom felt much more peaceful than usual. Since we've been dealing with exams lately, having some extra time to rest our brains was really nice. My friends and I spent some time talking about random things. You know how conversations at school can go from talking about exams to talking about food and then somehow end up talking about something completely unrelated. That's basically what happened. The period felt really short, though whenever though whenever you're enjoying yourself, time somehow moves faster. After that, it was time for the second lesson, which was uh, sports class. Normally, when I hear sports class, I imagine think about the school file, running around sweating and the super hot weather. Sometimes the sounds feel like it's trying to personally challenge every student out there. But today was different. Since we're still in exam lessons, since we're still in exam season, the lessons was held in. Wait. Since we're still in exam season, the lessons was held inside the classroom instead of outside. The moment we heard that, I think everyone secretly felt relieved. No running, no standing under the hot sun, no sweating before the next lesson. The lesson itself was mostly focused on exam preparation and discussion. It was much calmer than a regular sport class. We listened to the teacher discuss some materials and reviewed things that might come up in the exam. Honestly, sitting in a classroom with a fan is definitely easier than running around outside under the afternoon sun. Before I knew it, the lesson was over and it was already time for our last subject of the day, English. For today's lessons, we were checking our assignment together. The teacher was going through the answer and everyone was following along with their notebooks. And that's when I realized something. I forgot to bring my notebooks. Yep. After all the rushing in the morning and making sure I had everything, I somehow left my notebook at home. At first, I thought maybe I had accidentally put it somewhere else in my bag, so I checked again my bag again and again. And one more time, still nothing. At that point, I had to accept reality. Luckily, it's not a huge problem. I'll just bring it tomorrow morning and submit it there. Still, it was kind of embarrassing because everyone else had their notebooks ready while I was sitting there like, well, about that. Anyway, while we were in class, I started thinking about something. Since yesterday, we have not had a meeting. And honestly, I feel like something is different. At first, I could not figure out what it was. Then I realized my allowance has been disappearing so much faster than usual. Normally, I can manage my money pretty well. I buy what I need, maybe get a snack or a drink and still have some money left to save. But lately, the amount I can save has gotten a lot smaller. Every time I buy food or drinks, I can almost hear my wallet crying. I didn't really notice how much of a difference it made before, but now I definitely do. Hopefully things will go back to normal soon because I actually really like being able to save some of my allowance. After English class ended, everyone started getting excited because it was finally time to go home. One second everyone is sitting quietly and the next second bags are packed. Chairs are just pushed in and people are already halfway to the door. I packed my things too and got ready to leave. As I was walking out of the classroom, I felt pretty heavy. The day went by faster than I expected, even though there were not were even though there were not any super exciting events, it was still a nice day. By the way, did did any of you notice something different about me today? Did you notice it? No? Well, I got new clothes. I've been wearing them all day and I'm curious if anyone noticed before I mentioned it. Let me know. Okay guys, that's all for today's talk. I need to go home, rest for a bit and then start studying for tomorrow's history exam. Bye guys, take care and see you in the next vlog.